लाइट का आज चमक संगम युगी ब्राह्मण जीवन की विशेषता पवित्रता की निशानी। लाइट का ताज हर ब्राह्मण आत्मा को पाप द्वारा प्राप्त होता है। पवित्रता का ये लाइट का ताज रतन जड़त ताज से अति श्रेष्ठ है। ये ताज महान आत्मा परमात्मा भाग्यवान आत्मा ऊंचे से ऊंचे आत्मा की निशानी है। क्योंकि पवित्रता नहीं तो ब्रह्म जीवन हाथ स्थापना से लेके अभी तक पवित्रता के प्रति विघ्न पड़ते हैं। क्योंकि पवित्रता का फाउंडेशन 21 जन्मों का फाउंडेशन।
Om Shanti. Today Baba has been looking at the moths, and Baba seeing how the moths have dived into the flame. And of course, on one level, when we sacrifice our lives to God, then the gift we return from God is the gift of purity. And Baba's speaking about the beauty of purity. And Baba's commenting on how the vritti, the consciousness, the awareness has changed. And so the drishti, the vision towards others has changed. And the vision is filled with that pure love that comes from a heart that's filled with God's love and purity. And so the eyes reflect that pure love also. A love that's able to encompass everyone and make everyone feel that they belong to each other and they belong to one. And Baba's also seeing the special gift that Baba has given us in Sangam Yug, and that is a very special crown, a crown that's normally reserved for very, very elevated souls, or souls that in Kali Yuga we see as being very, very elevated, and that is either the saints or the prophets or the founders of religion, and that is the halo, the crown of purity, the crown of light. And those other souls have done what they can to help humanity through thousands of years, but now at the confluence age, the gift that Baba gives his beloved children, and Baba smiles as he's seeing all of us seated there with this crown, this halo of light, of purity above our heads. How pleased is Baba seeing this crown of light on those who have surrendered themselves to God, those who have dived into that flame of love and have said, only one, there's no one else for me except that one. This is what I've been waiting for. This is who I'm now found, or rather, my mother and father found me. Baba came searching for me and found me. And from that moment that I became a Brahmin with the foundation of purity, the speciality of purity, Baba blessed me with this crown of light. Because this halo is associated with holiness, and yes, out of all the thousands and millions and billions of people in the world, Baba says his children are the holiest. Maybe sometimes we're struggling, maybe sometimes we're fighting on an inner level, fighting with ourselves because our feelings and emotions go in one way, and our conscience and our understanding of Gyan makes us go in a different way. And so, can I just simply remember, I am that moth that has dived into the flame? Then the struggle finishes. I have been searching for God, and God found me, and I now belong to God. Can I now accept this gift from God, the crown, the halo of purity, the most elevated thing that I can ever have? Baba knows that there have been struggles for purity right from the beginning of the yajna, the whole history of the yajna. And of course, that makes total sense in that right at the end of Kali Yuga, when things are absolutely at the bottom of the pit, when impurity is absolutely everywhere, it's rampant in so many different ways, it is at that moment that God comes and plants within his children the seeds of purity and the beauty of purity that the souls who are his children can carry into the next cycle. And so before we return home, there's the firm thought, I want to be Sato Pradhan. And maybe we change that thought now and we say, I remember I was Sato Pradhan when I was in my home. That's who I was. Absolutely pure, radiant with the light of purity, the beauty of purity. And then later when I came down into the cycle, at that moment, my beauty was so amazing that it was truly divine. And we call those beings even today, the deities, the reflection of the one supreme divine being. And so this is who I truly am. Baba reminds me of this so that I can emerge that highest, that most pure, elevated stage. And the more I emerge it today, the stronger the foundation of purity stays within me, so that it's able to last me, not just for half a cycle, but I think even at the end of the Iron Age, deity souls who went through the cycle of 84 births, they still have love for purity, they still respect purity, and something within their hearts and their conscience tells them that purity is the right way to be living. And so Baba's reminding me that this is my original and natural state of being. And so let me let go of all the other things that come in the way and reclaim my birthright of that original stage of purity in which everything about the soul is completely clean and just simply filled with God's love and light. Think about the mind and how beautiful and creative the mind is when there's purity in the mind. And if there's anything that's negative, never mind just brahmacharya, but beyond that, Brahma Acharya. Is Brahma Baba my teacher? Am I following in the footsteps of the one who is my beloved father and teacher? Yes, I know God is the supreme teacher, but Brahma Baba showed us here in the human world when there was defamation against Baba, Baba's state was totally pure, nothing but good wishes and love for each one. So that's who my father is, and that's who I must follow. Today, if there are people who want to cause me sorrow and grief, am I going to allow it to impact my purity and my vision and my attitude towards them changes and the vibrations change? No. I want to be able to maintain that pure Satupradhan stage in which my mind is completely clean. And in that clean mind, where there's nothing but the beauty of purity, I have good wishes and pure feelings for each and every one of them. And no one is ever going to experience as much defamation as Brahma Baba did. I don't see it happening at all. So to make my mind as pure as Baba's heart and soul, heart and mind, to make my intellect absolutely pristine, so clear that it can understand everything within a moment and be able to lift others up to an elevated stage. My sanskars squeaky clean, so that there's nothing else except the beauty of purity in the Satupradhan stage. So Baba's invitation is for us to experience this stage of the beauty of purity more and more, so that it becomes a stable foundation for the whole of my future. Om Shanti.